Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is organic chemistry and now we are in session number 26. In previous session we learned about the preparation of alcohols from alkenes, different reagents and the mechanism that they are following and whether they are forming the major product as anti-Markovnikov product or Markovnikov or it is rearranged Markovnikov. So all these discussions depend on the reagent nature. We completed the discussion and now we have to move to next preparation methods. That is nothing but after preparing the alcohols from alkenes, we are also having the methods to prepare alcohols from alkyl halides. Already we completed this preparation of alcohols from alkyl halides in the properties of alkyl halides. From alkyl halides, how to prepare these alcohol? Alkyl halides are nothing but RX, and here X is nothing but a nucleophile, and when this RX is treated with aqueous NaOH or KOH, aqueous NaOH or KOH, they are forming alcohol. That is the property of alkyl halide previously, and now it is nothing but one of the method to prepare alcohol. So in this alcohol preparation from alkyl halide, it is the second method, and we are having different types of mechanism. Basically it is SN mechanism. SN mechanism means it is nothing but nucleophilic substitution reaction, and here this primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols, the SN2 mechanism follows the order primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary, whereas SN1 mechanism is following tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. These two types of, just let me give one example. Here if it is CH3 CH2 Cl, when it is treated with, just you remember dear students, aqueous NaOH or KOH can create substitution. In case if you are using alcoholic NaOH or KOH, then it leads to the formation of alkene, that it leads to elimination, because alcoholic NaOH alkoxide group is a base group. Base means eliminating group. That's why we should use only aqueous, and in this case it is of forming ethyl alcohol and Na plus and Cl minus, like this. And the reaction mechanism, just in this case it is a single step mechanism where the Cl, which is of the leaving group present on the substrate, when this attacking group OH minus is coming from NaOH or water, when it is coming to this carbon, this try to get out of the carbon, that is out of the molecule. It is now forming an intermediary stage like this, CH2, and it is going, and when it is approaching, it is going out. This state is nothing but transition state. And just you remember dear students, here let me write the structure of this molecule, and one important logical question is there. This is like this, hydrogen and hydrogen is there, and now if you observe, this carbon is seem to have 5 bonds, but actually 5 bonds are not possible with the carbon, but it is of half of the bond is present, and this is now because of having 5 bonds, just you remember, it is now getting trigonal like this, trigonal. This is in the planar system, one above one below, that is it is having trigonal bipyramidal structure, just you remember, trigonal bipyramidal structure with an angle of 120 degrees and 90 degrees, just. And here the bonded atoms, 3 atoms are present on the same plane, and one above, one below the plane. That's why it is seem to be trigonal bipyramidal. But actually here 5 bonds are not possible. Only this bond is half and this bond is half. Total valency is always 4. After forming this transition state, finally this will attack on this OH on this substrate, and now Cl minus will go out. This is the product, and it is a single step reaction, and thereby it itself is the rate determining step. And if we observe, in rate determining step, both substrate and the reagent both are involved, and hence it is bimolecular nucleophilic substitution, nothing but SN2 mechanism. And already we studied about that one. In case if the substrate is stereochemical important, it is a stereomer, then automatically this nucleophile is attacking on backside, that is known as due to backside attack, the configuration, mostly the configuration will be inverted, and such inversion is known as Walden inversion. That will take place in SN2, but you remember that Walden inversion is supposed to happen only when the substrate alkyl halide is a stereomer. If it is a stereomer, then only we can imagine the formation of Walden inversion. Clear? And now in this SN2 mechanism, the reaction order follows like this. And next one is SN1 mechanism. Mostly tertiary alkyl halides are interested to go for SN1 mechanism. Already we studied. Anyhow, again in this reference also, let me explain how it happens. It is tertiary butyl halide. Let us consider like this: CH3, CH3, and it is Cl. Now when it is treated with NaOH, ultimately it is forming CH3, CH3, CH3OH plus Na plus Cl minus. Finally, this is the major product. But you remember, elimination may also take place, and it is aqueous NaOH. Clear? And now how it happens? It is taking place in two-step reaction mechanism. In two steps. Step 1 involves the substrate, when it is kept in solvent water, the substrate will undergo heterolytic fission, forming a reaction intermediate carbocation. This is carbocation. And now in step 2, this carbocation is attacked by the reagent, that is OH minus, and where it is coming to this, and it is forming CH3, CH3, CH3OH, like that. Two-step mechanism. Of these two, this is rate determining step. The reason is it is the slow step, and because of rate determining step involves only one molecule, that is substrate molecule only is involved. It is a fast step. In fast step, whatever the number of molecules involved, we are not considering as the molecularity. Only in rate determining step, the number of molecules involved in the reaction is nothing but molecularity. So here the rate determining step involves only one molecule, hence it is unimolecular nucleophilic substitution, which is nothing but SN1 reaction. In SN1 reaction, there is reaction intermediate. Just remember, in this reaction intermediate, actually carbocation, in this carbon is sp2 hybridized, and now that sp2 hybridized carbon is of having the chance to attack from front side or from back side. Already we discussed in previous sessions also. And when it is of having both these two chances, one, when it is of attacking the group, if it is a stereomer, here in this case front side back side attacks makes no difference. But when it is a stereomer means when these three groups are different, then front side attack retains this configuration and backside attack inverts the configuration. That means both inversion and retention will take place in SN1 mechanism in case of stereomer involved, and in such a case the product formed is a racemic mixture. And just you remember, in such racemic mixture it is not 50-50% of retention inversion. Already in previous session also we discussed. Why? Because it is nothing but the releasing group, after releasing from the substrate, it is not going away from the substrate. That means very close, because of opposite charges they are still maintain some sort of attraction. That ionic pair which is of close together after detaching from the substrate is known as intimate ionic pair. Just you remember, because of that intimate ionic pair, instead of front side attack, backside attack is preferable. And when backside attack is preferable, inversion is more predominant compared to retention. And because of this, in case of SN1 mechanism, when the substrate is a stereomer, in case of SN1 mechanism, when this substrate is a stereomer, the reaction will form the racemic mixture, but that racemic mixture is not 50-50 inversion retention. There it is, inversion is more predominant compared to retention. The reason is nothing but because of intimate ionic pair, the preferable attack will be from backside. Are you clear? That is about the preparation of these alcohols from alkyl halides. And dear students, here let me give one more important compound formation from SN1 mechanism. It is a different mode. It is nothing but rearrangement is also sometimes happen. It is when, say for example, if the compound is like this, CH, CH3 and CH2 and CH, here it is halogen is present, for example, and now it is going for SN1 mechanism. And when it is in SN1, because it is nothing but having a bulky group at beta position, beta bulky makes the secondary also to enter into SN1 mechanism. Clear? And here when aqueous NaOH or KOH is used, the product generally it should be like this: CH3, CH, CH3, CHOH plus CH3. But it is minor product. The major product is CH3, C, CH3. Here OH will be, and this is CH2, CH3. It is the major product. And now what happened to this? Just it is nothing but in this reaction, which is SN1 mechanism, two-step reaction mechanism. Now let me consider the step 1. What is happening in step 1? In this one, CH3, CH, CH3, CHX, CH3, when it is kept in water, it is undergoing, it is rate determining step, and only one molecule, that is substrate molecule, is involved. It is undergoing heterolytic fission, forming a reaction intermediate, nothing but carbocation like this. Clear? And before the water molecule as a nucleophile attacking on this step 2 is involving rearrangement, that is nothing but CH3, CH, CH3, CH plus CH3. In this case, when it is secondary carbocation, this hydride will shift to this. Thereby now, after this rearranged carbocation, nothing but a tertiary carbocation will form here like this. In this case, this step 3 now involves the attack of nucleophile on the tertiary carbon, forming tertiary alcohol as the major product, OH and CH2, CH3. Like this, this is the major product, that is rearranged carbocation leads to the product which is a different one what we are expecting. When we are having the halide on secondary carbon, when OH is attacking, we are expecting the OH on secondary carbon. But the major product is with tertiary carbon is attacked with OH. How it happens? It is nothing but here in SN1 mechanism, the reaction intermediate is nothing but reaction is carbocation. Once carbocation formed, we have to remember that once carbocation is formed, if there is any chance to upgrade the stability from primary to secondary or tertiary, or from secondary to tertiary, then automatically we have to imagine the shifting of H minus or CH3 minus, one time shift, one to shift. Here that is happening. You have to remember forever. Like that, we can also expect a rearranged product formed. Clear? And now we have to move to the next method of preparations of alcohols. It is nothing but from carbonyl compounds. Just you observe, when alcohols and alkyl halides are compared, both these two are equally oxidized. That's why we are expecting substitutions. But now coming to carbonyl compounds, from carbonyl compounds. From carbonyl compounds, as carbonyl compounds are more oxidized than alcohols, from these carbonyl compounds, alcohols can be formed or prepared by reduction reactions. By reduction with the reagents, what we can use here is nothing but heterogeneous hydrogenation, that is hydrogen in presence of nickel or platinum or palladium. It is nothing but heterogeneous hydrogenation. Heterogeneous hydrogenation. Just you remember. And next, second one is lithium aluminum hydride, preferably, or sodium boron hydride. These two can also be used. Here, these are the reducing agents, and you remember. Clear? And now, when these carbonyl compounds are only aldehydes and ketones, but for convenience sake, let me write it is of three kinds. That is formaldehyde, where both the two valency of carbon is bonded with hydrogen, and then the other one is nothing but aldehyde other than formaldehyde, and next one is nothing but ketone, where the two valency of carbon is bonded with alkyl groups. Clear? And altogether, when these reducing agents are used, just you remember this carbonyl group, when it is used with reducing agent, it is converted to CHOH like this. Here also, when it is of bond reacted with reducing agent, that is either this one or this one will get HCHHOH. That means it is nothing but CH3OH is formed. Similarly, in case of aldehydes, it is when reduced, aldehydes other than the formaldehyde or CHOH, it is nothing but related to or CH2OH. It is nothing but primary alcohol. And now in this case, when reducing agent is used, then it is converted like this, CHOH and R. It is nothing but RCHOH R. That is secondary alcohol. If you observe from these different aldehydes and ketones, when reducing agent is used to convert into alcohol, this first member of the aldehyde, that is formaldehyde, is forming methanol, and the other aldehydes tend to form primary alcohols, and whereas ketones are forming secondary alcohols. In this method, if you observe, it is not at all possible to form or to prepare tertiary alcohols like this. Such type of tertiary alcohols cannot be prepared by the reduction of carbonyl compounds. Just you remember, only with the help of reduction we can't prepare, but by using other reagents, say for example Grignard reagent, if we are using as the reagent to attack or to reduce these carbonyl compounds into alcohols, there we can prepare tertiary. But as by using these reducing agents, we can't prepare tertiary alcohol. Clear? And now coming to esters. Next one, from carboxylic acids and acid esters. Here also the process is reduction, and how it is happening. Let us consider from carboxylic acids and acid esters. Carboxylic acids are nothing but RCOOH and esters are RCOOR bar. Here these are also, as they are more oxidized than alcohols, these can also be converted to alcohol by reduction processes, just by reduction process. But here the reducing agent only lithium aluminum hydride, because it requires strong reducing agent. Sodium boron hydride is unable to reduce esters or acids into alcohol, but lithium aluminum hydride is sufficiently strong to reduce. And next one is hydrogen, that is heterogeneous, we can use for this purpose also. Clear? And in this case what is happening? First of all, just you observe RCOOR bar. This lithium aluminum hydride, from this one of the hydride H minus, it is nothing but Li plus AlH4 minus. One of the H minus in the form of nucleophile will come to attack on this. Clear? And thereby now it is forming RCO minus HOR bar. And now when it is coming back, of these three, this is weak nucleophile and hence it will be eliminated out, forming RCOH, and it is OR minus, and it will be bonded with H plus and forming R bar OH, that is alcohol will form. And now here one alcohol, and then this one as usual, the next that is LiAlH4, here one more H minus will attack on this, where it is forming RCO minus H and H. And now it is granted reagent here in reducing agent is H2O. Granted reagent, already I explained about the granted reagent. Granted reagent is nothing but the reagent which need not be mentioned. For all these reducing agents, just you remember, after reducing agents, these are nothing but NaBH4 and lithium aluminum hydride. This type of reducing agents are known as metal hydride reducing agents. Just you remember, these are metal hydride type reducing agents. In this case, they can release only H minus hydride, and any other granted reagent like H2 or any proton provider. After releasing this H plus, that proton provided will release H plus, and these two will combine to H2. That addition will take place. Here also this water, by releasing that H plus, makes to attack on this, where it is forming RCH2OH, like this. That means in carboxylic acids or esters, the alcohols that formed are always primary alcohols, that's all, not secondary, not tertiary. Only primary alcohols we can prepare. And in mostly, in case if they are acids, just acids first by treating with alcohol will be converted into esters, and these esters tend to go for reduction. It is the easy technique. Instead of directly going for the reduction of RCOOH, first they convert into esters by treating with alcohol, and then they are reduced by using these reducing agents. Here the mechanism happened is like this. And just you remember, in this case one hydride is released to convert this into aldehyde, and next one more hydride is released to convert that hydride into alkoxide. So 2 moles of hydride will make this one ester into alcohol, and totally lithium aluminum hydride 4 moles of hydrides can be released. So 1 mole of lithium aluminum hydride can reduce 2 moles of esters. In case if they are asking the relation, how many moles of ester can be reduced by 1 mole of lithium and aluminum hydride, simply it is nothing but it can release all these H4 as H minus. And if we observe the mechanism, one H minus is used here to convert that into aldehyde, and thereafter this aldehyde is converted to that is second hydride from lithium aluminum hydride, second one, it is attacking on this, it is now converted to alkoxide, and after this the granted reagent is providing H plus, thereby it is converted to alcohol. but here only primary alcohols will form, one statement. And next condition is here 1 mole of lithium aluminum hydride can reduce 2 moles of esters. Clear? And in previous case, if it is started from aldehydes or ketones, 1 mole of lithium aluminum hydride can reduce, just remember here 4 present, thereby 1 mole of lithium aluminum hydride can reduce 4 moles of carbonyl compounds, because it is able to release 4H minus, and each one can reduce this one, and thereby 4. In case of carbonyl compounds, 4 moles reduced by 1 mole. In case of esters, 2 moles reduced by 1 mole. The reason is, in case of aldehydes and ketones, only one hydride is sufficient to get reduced, but here it is of involving 2 steps. So each ester molecule requires 2 moles of hydrides, thereby 1 mole of lithium aluminum hydride can reduce 2 moles of ester, and the same 1 mole of lithium aluminum hydride can reduce 4 moles of carbonyl compounds. That is about preparation from carboxylic acids and esters. And then the last one is nothing but, it is one of the substrate already we discussed, it is carbonyl compounds. But here, depending on the reagent, we are using the word from Grignard's reagent. But you remember, Grignard's reagent is not the substrate here or MgX. The substrate here is by reacting with, again we are going to carbonyl compounds. You remember, again the substrate is carbonyl compound. In previous case, carbonyl compounds are reduced by using lithium aluminum hydride or sodium boron hydride, or by using sodium hydrogen in presence of nickel or platinum or palladium. Clear? But here the reagent is Grignard reagent. And dear students, you remember, here also default by granted reagent is there, that is nothing but proton provider water. Clear? And now let us consider again from carbonyl compounds what happened here. This is formaldehyde. This one, when treated with RMgX, this RMgX will split like this. This one will go to this, and where it is forming RCHHO minus MgX. This is the total. And now when it is treated with H2O, this total is replaced by H plus like this, RCH2OH plus MgXOH. Are you following? And that means here this formaldehyde is giving primary alcohol. And now if it is other aldehyde other than formaldehyde, now let us consider RMgX, again R bar. This is coming to this, making this to come RCH R bar O MgX treated with H2O, forming RCH R bar OH. It is nothing but secondary alcohol. And then ketones, this is here R bar MgX, again it is attacking on carbon, forming R bar O MgX treated with water, forming R bar OH. This is tertiary alcohol. Just you remember, in case of reduction from formaldehyde, methanol will form, and other aldehyde form primary alcohol, and ketone will form secondary alcohol. But here when the reagent is Grignard reagent, then we are expecting, or we are having formaldehyde primary alcohols, other aldehydes secondary alcohol, ketones form tertiary alcohols. And you remember, In this method, we can't prepare methanol. In case of reduction process, we can't prepare tertiary alcohols. But when Grignard reagent is the reagent used, we can't prepare methanol. All the remaining alcohols we can prepare. And here, let me give one more logic. In case of secondary alcohols or tertiary alcohols, we can prepare same alcohol by using different substrate and Grignard reagent. Let me give one example here. If it is CH3, CH2, C double bond OH, it is nothing but propanone. This one, when treated with CH3MgX followed by hydrolysis, this one will go to this, and there what we are getting is CH3, CH2, CH, CH3OH. That is nothing but 2-butanol by using propanone and methyl alcohol, methyl magnesium halide. And instead of this, by using CH3, C double bond OH and then CH3, CH2, MgX. Now you can observe here the substrate is different and the reagent is also different. But when we are considering the product, this one will go to attack on this, where it is forming CH3, CH2, C, H, OH and CH3. Again, it is nothing but this CH3, CH2 is this one, and this is retained on this carbon and it is converted or reduced to OH. So by using different substrates and different Grignard reagents, we can prepare the same alcohol. Here in secondary alcohol, you remember one of the alkyl group is always from Grignard reagent and the other alkyl group is from aldehyde. That's why we can use different alkyl groups in different alkyl groups in Grignard reagent, and by taking different carbonyl compounds we are getting the same alcohol. Clear? These are different methods that are used for the preparation of alcohols. Clear? In next coming session, we have to go for the properties of alcohols. First we will discuss some sort of physical properties and then we will enter into chemical properties of alcohols. Clear? Thank you.